Hey guys, it's Nick with Smith Ford Strength and Conditioning. Today, my topic of discussion is motivation. So we hear this a lot on social media. We hear it a lot when it comes to being able to achieve our goals. Motivation, what motivates us? And motivation can be kind of split up into what we call internal or external motivation. External motivation, as you guys know, comes from the outside. So it could be, another person. It could be an influencer. It could be, a friend of yours. It could be a family member. It could be somebody you admire in your own field. It can come from music. It can be evoked from watching a scene in a movie or, a quote, something that just gets you going, fires you up to be able to just do that thing, whatever it may be. And then we have intrinsic motivation. So that's the stuff that comes from within. Our intrinsic motivation has to be derived from what is our why. I've been reading a book, Finding Your Why, and it's not a new topic. That intrinsic motivation, it's finding what's your core, what's your beliefs, what gets you going. It could be as simple as having a set of goals. Having goals to achieve could be your why as to what motivates you to get up in the morning to do the things you need to be able to do. Whether it's professionally, you're trying to get to the next promotion, or you're trying to advance yourself, make yourself a better asset to your community, to your office. It could be, you're trying to work for that new position to hopefully, provide for your family more. That could be your why. That's internal. That's that intrinsic or that internal motivation. If it's coming from a health standpoint, your goals or your why is, I want to have better health because I want to stick around to see my grandchildren, or I want to be active to be able to play with my kids when they are playing their sports. It could be for you. It's I want to look good for my wife. I want to look good for my husband. Whatever it may be. It's buried inside of you. That internal motivation, that intrinsic motivation. So both are good. I think we have to have some level of external motivation. It's okay to get fired up about, everybody's got a pump up song before they do their lift, or, they got a pre-competition routine that kind of gets them going. And that's good. That's good to have that kind of tucked away in your back pocket when you need it. But having an internal motivator, having a reason, a goal, a why is really what drives you day to day. External motivation is very fickle at times, and it won't always be there for you. That person that might drive you, that might pump you up for a couple weeks and you might strive after that, but there has to be something with more substance. There's got to be better, got to be more grounded. Finding something internal deep inside you is more personal. Whether it's, you might need to write it out. You might need to see it. You might need to have something to refer back to as to what's your why. It could be a plug word. It could be whatever. But finding something, finding your why, finding your personal intrinsic motivation is really what can help you be the difference between success or less success. Finding that might take some time. It doesn't always just come to you. It could take months to develop. It could take years, really. But having that motivation, or at least that why for the things we do in our lives, can really help us sort out what's important, what's not important, to focus our energy on the things and our priorities. Family, friends, faith, relationships, work, whatever your thing is, athletics, whatever your motivator is, it should be very known to you. It shouldn't be a guessing game. if you're kind of just floating through life wondering like, I don't know, what am I supposed to do? That can be really, really hard. And you might find these stale moments of life where things are kind of plateaued, and there's nothing wrong with a plateau as long as you know that that's part of the journey, and you know you can always refer back to like, this is why I'm doing this. Growth is never linear, whether it's rehab. There's a lot of ups and downs, a lot of upswings, a lot of downswings, but it's never linear. So understanding that why can be so helpful when you guys feel like you're in that rut, or you need some reflection time as to what brings you to that next step. So it's my little short blurb on motivation. It's just something that kind of struck me this morning. Wanted to share it with you guys. I hope you guys like these little videos that I'm doing for YouTube and IGTV, something a little longer. But thank you guys so much for following along. If you have any questions about motivation or what gets you motivated, what's your intrinsic motivation, what's your external motivator, comment, let me know. I'd love to chat with you guys. But thank you guys for following along. We'll see you next week. All right, see ya.